Hey everyone, so if at any point in the video you enjoy what you see, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with the post notifications on. But all that aside, I hope you enjoy the video. Hey, what's up? So I was checking my Instagram feed this morning. To be honest with you, I don't even know why I still check my Instagram feed, considering the only people who follow me on Instagram are girls from my high school who followed me even though they had never spoken a word to me for some reason. And the other people I follow are friends from high school who I haven't spoken to since graduation. So what I'm trying to say is my Instagram feed is full of a bunch of people that I don't really care about. But if you are one of those people and you're offended by what I just said, don't be offended. I don't care about a lot of people. But I was checking my feed when I noticed that Instagram implemented a new update, which has since been said that it was a mistake, and I'll get into that later. But in this new update, Instagram changed the way that you go through your feed. Instead of scrolling vertically through your feed, they changed it to scrolling horizontally, essentially trying to make it look like an Instagram story where you go through horizontally. It kind of reminded me of Tinder in a way, which I've been using a lot recently. It hasn't really worked yet. I'm starting to think that the app is actually broken because for some reason I never get any matches, and this isn't a joke, like I never get any matches. And Instagram kind of just put this update on everyone and everyone was just kind of surprised. There was no real warning about it, no one was really aware of it, it just kind of happened. And of course, whenever a social media app makes a change, people are bound to be upset by it because people hate change. When you're used to one thing and suddenly the thing you use dramatically changes, people are gonna be upset about it. Me personally, I'm really lazy and I don't like to learn a completely new thing. I want it to be the same old way. I'm pretty traditional, but mainly lazy. I'm just really lazy. But the consumer has to learn how to navigate through a completely different thing when they're used to one thing that they've been using for years. For example, I remember in 2013 when YouTube changed the channel layout. I remember 13-year-old me being very frustrated because I personally liked the older YouTube layout where you had like the background and all that fun stuff. It was really a great time. But then YouTube changed it, everyone was angry, and then they kind of got over it because it really wasn't that big of a deal. Earlier this year, Instagram also drastically changed the way that people view their feed. And when Snapchat implemented that new update, I deleted it because I was too lazy to learn how to navigate through the new one. I was so used to the old thing, I didn't like change. And I had friends who used Snapchat even tell me that the views on their story actually went down. And by the way, to all you people who keep messaging me saying, oh, you didn't add me back on Snapchat, or oh, you never replied to your Snapchat, it's because I deleted it. It's not because I hate you. Okay, maybe I do hate you, it really depends on the person. But I even remember when Twitter implemented a new update where they added the amount of characters, and sure, it was kind of a big change, but it really wasn't that big of a deal because it just meant that we got to get even longer Trump tweets, which are always really fun. But now we have Instagram, who has made plenty of bad decisions in the past, attempting to kill their app. So this update that Instagram did magically appeared on our phones. Like, I didn't even update the app and it just automatically updated for me. I was literally going through it vertically and then I refreshed my page and then it went immediately to horizontally. And it may seem like a really minor change, but when you're used to using something for years and then it suddenly changes, it's kind of uncomfortable. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, it's just a really minor change and you're just finding a reason to complain and oh, first world problems. And I completely get all that. But if you have something that's clearly working, why try to change that? And to be honest with you, I was really starting to enjoy Instagram. I was always kind of skeptical of it because I just saw it as a way for people to brag about all the things they're doing and ha ha ha, look at me, I'm in Hawaii and you're here in your room making a stupid YouTube video. I also hated how there were people who were famous on Instagram for being Instagram models just because they were good looking. But I was actually starting to like Instagram. I liked the story feature, I liked how I could share what I was doing with my followers. It was a really good way for me to interact with you people, my subscribers. And honestly, I've had a lot of meaningful conversations through Instagram DMs, and it's been a really good way for me to connect with my subscribers. So when Instagram implemented this change, I immediately went to Twitter. And you know it's bad when people go to another app to talk about an app. I could have been on Instagram complaining about it, but I just didn't want to use Instagram because of how bad the update was. But when I went on Twitter, I noticed that everyone else was upset about it too, which was really comforting because it was nice to know that I wasn't the only one going insane. I thought it was just me. Okay, maybe I am going insane for other reasons, but that's a completely other story. But since the backlash, Instagram has since released a statement saying that it was a bug. The update literally told you how to navigate through the new update, which is why people are skeptical that it's a bug. They said that it was only meant to go out to certain people, but it kind of went out to literally everyone. So Instagram went to Twitter because, again, they're not going to go to Instagram because their platform is pretty bad. But Instagram said, due to a quick bug, some users saw a change in the way their feed appears today. We quickly fixed the issue and feed is back to normal. We apologize for any confusion. Now, people are skeptical as if it were a bug or not. I personally think it was a mistake. Instagram did say they were just trying to run a test where they only did it to certain people's pages, but it was a lot more broader than they expected. And I think that makes sense in a way, but it kind of frustrates me that Instagram would even try to test this out in the first place. I just don't know why Instagram can't just accept that they have a pretty good app going for them, and that maybe changing it isn't the best idea. And even though they supposedly fixed everyone's feed, my feed is still not normal, so Instagram, if you're watching this, please fix my feed. But even with this bug, it does show that Instagram is still thinking about possibly switching their feed, which is a really uncomfortable thing to think about because why? Now hopefully everyone complaining on Twitter is a wake-up call for them, but you never know. And I will admit, I'm not a social media app developer. I know nothing about developing apps, and I know nothing about the thought process behind this. There could be a greater reasoning for this that I just don't know, but from the outside looking in, it seems like a really bad idea. But I really want to know what you have to say in the comments below. What did you think when your Instagram feed was magically updated? Do you think an update is good, or do you think that they shouldn't have an update? Do you think I'm overreacting and making this a lot bigger of a deal than it really should be? I really want to know, so please leave your comments down below. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.